for a second. There's a
Okay.
troll in here that thinks she's being cute, talking about, can you send a makeup person to my house? So for all the reasons that you've already enumerated
Yeah.
about why we're not doing that and why that's not priority, do you have anything to say to someone who thinks it's smart, even though it's dumb as hell, to bring someone into your home to get glam done for a damn
No.
Instagram live? Do you have
I
anything to
mean,
say?
it doesn't. I mean, come on. I mean, your beauty. Oh, is this another news station? Okay. The
You need to
beauty
go.
is no. The beauty
Oh,
is.
good.
Oh, they've been out here. They had helicopters taking aerial views.
Yeah,
Good Morning America, CBS News. I mean, they've all been. But let
that's
me go back
incredible,
to
Dr.
it's.
Ava.
It's so not worth it. It's not
It's
worth
not.
it. I mean, I think about that. I mean, I have natural, real natural hair, and it's only but so much I can do. But I'm clean. I'm groomed. You
And
know,
you're doing the people's work. You're
and
doing
we're
what's most
doing.
important. It matters so much. I would say one other question I have. I know there's some other serious questions that we're getting in comments, but one that I have, because I told on two people on my team, Naja and Sierra, is mine, and that is I like to cook. And when I cook,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make small portions. So I will
Yeah.
invite people in the family or people from my team
Oh,
to come get a plate, like to go.
yes. Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes. So
Okay.
or just so you can get out of the house. Like we cooked for Easter. My
Yeah.
mom and my husband and I took food to my mom and my mother-in-law. And we left it on the curb when they were coming out, and then we got in the truck, you know?
Okay.
And my mom, I was in the newspaper and she drove all over the city trying to find this paper. And then she brought it and left it at the end of the garage. And then we talked across the garage, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
so there are ways you can do it. And every once in a while, I go through withdrawal. I'm missing things too, but I really want to get to the other side. You know, I really want to get to the other side of this. And it's just, a temporary piece of satisfaction is
Yeah.
not worth, a lifetime potential for yourself or someone else. It's just not worth it, you know?
Do you so for those, some folks are asking if you're in Philly. She is in Philly. I do want to ask you about what they're saying is going to be kind of the next surge point for
Right, right.
coronavirus. What are you hearing about the next
So
peak?
a lot of folks, they keep talking about it on, the conferences is this winter, this winter, this winter. But I fear that it'll be sooner than this winter. Actually, I could probably predict it'll be before November
Mm-hmm.
because the changes in the stay at home are not universal. They're not uniform. So Florida hasn't hit its peak yet.
Yeah.
Iowa hasn't hit its peak. I think Wyoming. There are all these states that haven't even hit its peak. In New York, don't get it twisted. Granted, they had 799 people dying per day last week. So they're down to
Mm-hmm.
500 or 450. That's still a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
450 a day is still a lot of
It's a
people.
ton of people.
Yeah, it still has the morgues being filled. It still has them needing ice trucks. And most of those people, a majority of those people are brown and black folks, y'all. I
Mm.
mean, uh, yeah.
So another thing that I think that should be addressed, and I know that you're on the medical side of this, but there is an emotional and a mental toll that social
Hmm.
distancing can take on people, and I think that's part of what we're seeing. That
Yeah.
people are like, okay, I know I want to be physically well and I want to be healthy, but now my mental health is suffering. What is the balance of that, Dr. Ayla? What are ways that we can
Um,
ensure that folks are balancing
so,
those two
you know,
issues?
folks talk about mindfulness, but the reality is if you don't know what mindfulness is, I mean, so let's see. It's trying to focus on the things you actually have control over. So it's what's happening right here and right now.
Yeah.
You know, we can't predict what's going to happen. Every day you wake up is a day of gratitude that you don't feel sick is something to feel grateful for. Even now that I'm out here every day with people who are coming back known positive for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I wake up and I feel good and I don't feel chest tightness, that's a reason to be grateful, you know? What else? If you need to get out, go places early or late. you could go to your mall and walk around the parking lot. It's nobody out there, just to get some air. I usually don't do prayer calls with my church, but I did one Monday night just because I
Oh.
needed to feel and hear someone
Mhm.
pray. As they say, somebody prayed for me. Like I needed to feel
Yeah.
that. Um, what else? FaceTime and Zoom. I mean, they're making a ton of money right now, but right now when I call people almost all the time, it's FaceTime because
Yeah.
I refuel off that human interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I love that.
And I would encourage my doctors, Black doctors and colleagues in Atlanta and New York and Jersey, parts of Jersey and LA and Texas and shucks in Milwaukee to
Yeah.
get your people together. I mean, because I know it's not happening here, it's not happening other places either. And it really takes a commitment. And yes, there's some risk involved, but I mean, course somebody called me. If not
That's okay.
us, who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
Who's gonna do it? And I just, yeah,
I
it's
love
good. I
that
wouldn't
you
have
are
it any other
saying
way.
this while you're in the parking lot with your full PPE on, having just tested
Yeah,
people for coronavirus. So you're not someone issuing an empty challenge. You are there
yeah,
right now, putting it all on the line to make sure that we're all healthy and safe. And so to that
yeah.
point, it's not a challenge in a negative or a judgmental way. It's just like, can you
Mhm.
join me? Because we can't be
Yeah,
everywhere at the same time. You're in
that's
Philly.
right.
Talk to the Atlanta folks, Detroit, where you at?
Yeah.
The folks in Florida, where you at? Like, let's all come together and make sure that we can keep our community safe when other folks won't, right? I think
That's
that's such a
right.
powerful
That's
challenge.
right. I mean, because their value, you can tell the value is more on the economy than it is in our communities. I mean, the narrative completely switched. One week, that's all everybody would talk about. Now
Yeah.
you don't even hear people talking about it, and it's still happening. It's
Yeah.
still happening.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna
Thank
get
you,
ready.
Dr. Ayla. You
Thank
actually got to get
you.
back to serving the people,
Yeah.
so we got to let you go early this
Oh,
time.
okay. And
But
I
I was.
see people set up, and I see some more news people, and they're waiting with the camera. So let me
Yes.
go.
Okay, go ahead. Thank
And
you so much,
and I
Dr. Ayla. We
appreciate
appreciate you.
you. I appreciate
Appreciate
you,
you. Thank
Angela,
you.
because